Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the beginning of a new month, which means it is time to do my budget for the month. And November is a pretty interesting month budget-wise, so stay tuned for all of the details. But side note, tell me if you like this lighting. The seasons have changed and it now gets dark at like 5 p.m. and it's only going to keep getting darker like earlier and earlier. So yeah, I have like a different setup with different lights for this video. So tell me if you like this, like if it's like moody but in a good way. Like just let me know in the comments how you're feeling about the lighting in this video. Because if you don't like it, then I'll make sure that I start filming earlier in the day because I usually just use natural light. Okay, so why is November interesting? November is interesting because even though I got laid off in January, November is the first month that I have had to pull money out of my savings account. So let's just give God some praise right now, right? Because on paper, that should not be the case. Like on paper, that makes no sense, right? But that's the truth. So first, like I just want to thank God because like literally every time I went to take money out of my savings, money would come from somewhere else. So it would come in the form of, well, at the beginning, it came in the form of unemployment benefits, or when I got my, like my last paycheck from work, or I got a small severance from work as well. So like when those things happen, and then like my YouTube blew up, or my YouTube channel blew up, and I kept getting more and more views, which meant more ad revenue. And if you didn't see that video that I made about a month ago or so, I went over like how much money I've made through the YouTube ad revenue program this year. So you can go back and watch that video if you're curious. But yeah, like literally every month, like ad revenue from YouTube, sponsorships. At one point, I started the Buy Me a Coffee link, and thank you so much to anyone who's ever given through the Buy Me a Coffee link, or if you have used like the super thanks within YouTube, if you've done that, like thank you. Y'all are so kind. Like it helps enough. Like just watching the videos and commenting and sharing the videos, like all of that really does help. You may not realize how helpful it is, but it like that is help enough. So anyone who's gone on top of that and used the Buy Me a Coffee link or super thanks, like y'all are the kindest people. Thank you so much. And especially like I like time this economy, like using the Buy Me a Coffee link in this economy, like times are hard for a lot of people. And if you've been watching the news, it looks like things are just only gonna get worse, honestly. Not to be negative, but yeah, like times are hard. So anyone who's ever used the Buy Me a Coffee link or the super thanks, thank you. Anyone who has ever bought my digital products or my physical products, thank you. All of that helps me. Like that all of that helps me. That's like direct help, and then people who watch the videos, that's more like indirect help, but all of it is help. So thank you. Because yeah, it's November. Like I'm going into month 10 of searching for a full-time job still, and November's the first month to have to pull money out of my savings. And even though part of that it like worries me, I maybe like 20% that worries me, but 80% of me is just grateful that I can even say that, like, yeah, going into month 10 having to pull money out of my savings, so I can't even be sad about that, really. um God is good, and thank you to everyone who's ever helped me by watching my videos or buying my products or the Buy Me a Coffee link or things like that. So thank you. I wanted to take a second to talk about one of the ways that I've been making money this year, which is designing my own products. So if you have gone to my website, you'll see that I have different like hoodies and t-shirts for sale, and the designs on those hoodies and t-shirts, I actually have been using Kittl to help me make them. Now, Kittl is a professional design software, and this month, actually starting November 1st, so it's already started, but this month they are giving away 10 million AI generation tokens. So that means there are 10 million tokens that you can use to do things like generate new designs, create new vector images, or even do like text to image generations, all using AI. And this is completely free. This is free for both their pro members, so people who have the Kittl Pro plans, but it's also free for people who use the free version of Kittl as well. So it's free to everyone. The only catch is there's only 10 million of them, and once those 10 million AI tokens are gone, they're gone. So it's really like a first come, first serve type thing. So lucky you that you're watching this at the beginning of November. So at the time of you watching this, there should be plenty of AI tokens for you to use to create your own designs. You can also use the new Smartboards feature in Kittl, which allows you to create a design and then connect an AI smartboard to it. And then AI will kind of like brainstorm and ideate off of your original design based on the feedback or the prompt that you give it. So it's kind of like a cool way of like brainstorming and seeing different versions of a design. And it can save you a lot of time versus you coming up with those different iterations on your own. AI can do it a lot quicker than you can. Kittl also has new AI models like C-Beam and Nano Banana, and these are different AI models that can come up with different styles for you and different outputs like that. So hurry up and use my link below. That way you don't miss out on a chance to use one of those 10 million AI tokens. And the link can be found in my description box or in the comment section below. And thanks again to Kittl for sponsoring this part of the video. So this budget for November, I started, so when November 1st started, I had $2,191.56 in my checking account. And that's amazing. I'm like grateful for that. At the same time, my mortgage is $2,800. And so that is why I had to pull money out of my savings. Now, I'll get into this later in the video, but at some point in the second half of November, I'm expecting to be paid from some sponsorships, and my ad revenue money from October should be paid out at the end of November. But I have to pay my mortgage in the first half of November, so I can't wait that long to pay it. So I had to move money out of my savings, and I moved $2,000 out of my savings account. And so that, combined with the money that I already had at the on November 1st, means that I'm starting November with $4,191.56. And that's pretty much like the biggest change in November. Everything else, for the most part, is pretty much the same. Still making $300 a month being a virtual assistant. The mortgage is still the same. That's not going to change. I'm budgeting $300 this month for groceries. For the time being, my health insurance is $350. But again, if you've been watching the news, you know that health insurance is not going to stay $350. And so I'm sure at some point I'll make a video just talking about health insurance and how my premiums have changed or they're going to change. I actually haven't looked online yet to see how much my premiums for healthcare are going to go up, partly because I'm a little scared, even though I know that that's a bad idea when it comes to finances, because sometimes you can be so scared of your finances that you just don't check, like you just don't log into your account or you just don't open that bill, but that's actually a bad thing. And I am going to like go online to, like healthcare.gov and see what my premiums are going to be. I'm just not looking forward to it because I suspect that they are going to be so high that I'm not going to be able to afford healthcare. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. Anyway, not to get too political, but that's not even, I don't even think that should be like a super like polarizing thing to say, because it's a fact. Like, some people really cannot afford healthcare, and I think a lot of us are about to not be able to afford healthcare. Anyway, moving on. Still have my gym membership. Energy bill went down a little bit, so it's $88 this month. Water bill $48. Still paying 200 towards my credit card debt. If you're not aware, at some point this year, I moved all my credit card debt on a 0% balance transfer, so it's there with the 0% until April of next year. So that's where it's sitting. And I do have savings, so I could pay off my credit card debt right now, but that doesn't seem smart in this economy and in my personal financial situation. So I'm making those minimum payments until I have enough surplus cash flow again for it to make sense to pay down the credit card debt. Toiletries still about $50. Security plan for my house $30. My internet is now $70. Tithing that has gone up, which is actually a good thing, because the only way your tithing goes up is if your overall income goes up, and I tithe the money that I make from my ad revenue on YouTube. And last month in October, I made $2,000 in ad revenue, which is insane. Ah. Like if I had a job right now, that would be like phenomenal, like an extra $2,000. Now that money is not taxed, so it's not a true $2,000. I will have to pay taxes on that at the end of the year, but or next year. But yeah, so I'm tithing off of what I made for the ad revenue. So that is $200 that I will tithe this month. And I know that that's a controversial thing. I know that there's a lot of people who think that, one, maybe they don't believe what I believe, so they just think the whole idea is not a good idea. And then there's some people who may believe in tithing, but think that, like, due to my financial situation, it's not a good idea. That's when personal finance really becomes personal. So that's what I'm choosing to do. I do not force that on anyone else, but that's what I'm doing. My phone bill is down to $5 a month. So I use Visible, and I've been using them for years, and I have an affiliate program with them, or I use their like affiliate links. And so last month, someone actually used my link to switch over to Visible as their phone carrier or like data plan. And yeah, because they did that, I get a credit. And so instead of my usual $25 a month, I now pay $5 a month for November. Next month, if no one else signs up, then it'll go back up to 25. But a win is a win. I'm saving $20 this month. That makes me happy. Student loans, for a while, my student loans were paused or deferred. I always get deferred and forbearance confused, but I did not have to pay them because I told them that I was laid off. But they gave me like a 6-month break, and that 6-month break is over. So now I'm back to paying my student loans of $223.47. Content creation. This number is a combination of different things. It's my YouTube ad revenue. It's what I made for my Buy Me a Coffee link. It's also what I made with my physical products that I sell, as well as digital products that I sell. So total through all my different revenue streams within content creation, I am making $3,188.35, which are phenomenal numbers. And in a regular financial landscape of my life, I would be so happy about that. And I'm already happy. Like, I'm already happy about that. I'm just saying, like, in a normal situation, like an extra $3,000, that would be amazing. That's why I'm trying to get back to having a job. Yeah, because if I can still make the same type of money on YouTube and I have a like 9-to-5 job again, I can pay off my credit card debt and like other financial goals that I have. So yeah, one day we'll get there one day. And then just gas for my car. So November starts the holiday season. I got invited to a Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving, like with my family. So I'll be driving around more in November. So budgeted $145 for that. And so, in conclusion, if everything goes according to plan, I should, at the end of November, I should have $3,144.66 in my bank account, or in my checking account at the end of November, which is great. Because that means in December, I won't have to take out money from my savings account to pay my mortgage, but I won't have enough money in my checking account to pay all of my bills. So unless something changes, I probably will still have to take a certain amount out of my savings next month. So probably around $1,000 if nothing else changes, if I don't get any other sponsorships or things like that. Yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at. I hope that these videos are enjoyable or educational, or y'all get something out of it. I know that my situation is different from other people who have been laid off. Basically, like, content creation is a job for me at this point. Like, I depend on it for my livelihood. So it is a job for me, and I know that not everybody can relate to that. So everyone's journey on, like, during this time can be a little different, but this is me. This is my journey. And I'm just kind of documenting what I am going through. I actually met a few of y'all in real life last week, which I'll talk about in a later video, because I went to that I went to a conference in October, so I'll talk about that in a later video. But I actually met some of y'all in real life, and people, like, number one, it kind of threw me off because I'm not used to people just like coming up and talking to me. I'm introverted, so yeah. So like strangers just came up and they were like, "Hey, do you have a YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Oh yes, I do. Do you watch it?" And so like people said that they were rooting for me and that my story was like inspirational. And I was telling my mom about it later, and I was like, I don't really feel inspirational. Like, it's just my life. But I'm glad that there's people who can relate to what I'm going through. Well, not glad, because what I'm going through isn't really a good thing. I guess I should say I'm glad that there's people, that my story can benefit other people in some way. And it's cool to see that, like, in real life, because even though, like, yeah, there's 51,000 of us on this channel right now, at the time that I'm recording this, almost 52,000, which is really, really cool. But at the same time, like, I'm just sitting in my house recording videos. So sometimes it's hard for me to realize that, like, oh, these people are real people. And so when I like see y'all out in like real life, it kind of like brings everything together, and makes it feel really real. Yeah. Like when people said that they were rooting for me and people said that my story was inspirational, like it meant a lot to me. And I'm glad that there's people who my story can benefit, or my story can help. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you're having a bad day, I hope your day gets better. So if you're going through a rough time right now, take it day by day. I was talking to my grandma once about this, and she was like, take it hour by hour if you need to. And so that's my advice to other people as well. Just day by day, hour by hour, one step at a time. Just give yourself some grace, because the world is a crazy place right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. So just be kind to yourself and take it easy where you can. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Leave some comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed, so you can see more videos like this. And I will see y'all next time.